All you ever wanna do is play. So let's play.
Yeah. Hey, we stay woke, but y'all sleep. Rilla mode, but y'all sheep. Out in public, she a good girl, but at the crib, she a real freak. New throne for the new king. Same kid, now my streets go. Same gang, got the cheat code. I said stay woke, we in Rilla mode. I said stay woke, Rilla mode. Stay woke, Rilla mode. I said stay woke, Rilla mode. Stay woke, Rilla mode.
I said stay woke, Rilla mode. Stay woke, Rilla mode. I said stay woke, Rilla mode. Stay woke,
Yeah,
Rilla mode.
well, we can hold the peace or we can wage war, but I'm gonna get what I came for. Rilla gang, that's a crew name. We all graduated to the two-door. Sacred Global, that's an infrastructure. All y'all niggas like the Titanic. I'm the iceberg, talking no Zucker on the front lines, but we don't panic. Shit getting messy, got nothing to rest, and I'm tired of niggas. They front they blessings, they want my suggestion, but don't want the fee. I'm just doing me, I don't answer their questions. All this flexing, got no one to see. All this aggression, I just want some peace. Not even sure that I like it in heaven. I guess when we get there, then we gon' see. I do not understand, I do not get what you do. You only got one life, but you act like you got two. Yo, we go bigger than what you are willing to do. I run with king, but you peasants, you run with the goons. Hey, we stay woke, but y'all sleep. Rilla mode, but y'all sheep. Out in public, she a good girl, but at the crib, she a real freak. New throne for the new king. Same kid, now my streets go. Same gang, got the cheat code. I said stay woke, we in Rilla mode. I said stay woke, Rilla mode. Stay woke, Rilla mode. I said stay woke, Rilla mode. Stay woke, Rilla mode.
I said stay woke, Rilla mode. Stay woke, Rilla mode. I said stay woke, Rilla mode. Stay woke, Rilla mode.
Hey, y'all some jokers, y'all a bunch of clowns. You will not get a laugh out of me. You can talk, but you can't denounce. I live a different theology. Why I transferred to a new account? You just fucked over a prodigy. Posted up with a rented crown.
You are the king and apology.
You about to see a new side of me. I hope you know. We stand up and watch our enemy go. Empire fall, my legacy grows. I might just hop on this melody flow. All this vision, no clarity though. Y'all play a game that I bear in my soul. Ebony ivory, nobody knows. Business vasectomy, nothing can grow. Everyone promises more than they actually do. We don't deliver on anything other than truth. Yo, we go bigger than what you are willing to do. I run with kings, but you peasants, you run with the goons. Hey, we stay woke, but y'all sleep. Rilla mode, but y'all sheep. Out in public, she a good girl, but at the crib, she a real freak. New throne for the new king. Same kid, now my streets go. Same gang, got the cheat code. I said stay woke, we in Rilla mode. I said stay woke, Rilla mode. Stay woke, Rilla mode. I said stay woke, Rilla mode. Stay woke, Rilla mode.
I said stay woke, Rilla mode. Stay woke, Rilla mode. I said stay woke, Rilla mode. Stay woke, Rilla mode. You really have people fooled out here, don't you? When are you peasants gonna learn that you can't pretend to be a king? It ends today.
It's been a while since I dropped this shit. Swole family, y'all better run this up.
The following program is rated TV MANOC. It contains a big pair of nuts directly on your chin. It is intended only for mature audiences. Viewer discretion advised.
I see fat people.
While you're awake,
They always have magenta hair.
how often do you see them?
All the fucking time.
Obesity is epidemic in the United States and a major cause of death.
What is fat activism?
I, a fat person, am sharing my own lived experience.
Pizza is a vegetable.
Your fat phobia is your problem.
It is not my place as a smaller-bodied white man to comment on it.
Radical body positivity.
What can men do against such reckless hate?
There's only one man who can help me.
This is for you new people. I only have one rule. Everyone fights, no one quits.
This day we fight!
is shining, the birds are chirping, the bacon is sizzling. Welcome to the Daily Swole.
Testing. Testing, testicles. Welcome, everyone, to episode 23 hundo and 60 of the Daily Mother Swole, the most muscular Swolecast, Beercast, Broadcast, Gangcast, Mancast, Pimpcast, Sleevescast, and Slaycast in the realm. Because when I flex, you flex, we all flex our biceps. What's going on, beaches, booshes, busters, hustlers, and your hoes? It's your boy, Papa Swole. You're back with another episode. Today's episode, the Beastcast, is brought to you, is powered, is sponsored by Everson K2 Flexing on all you beasts.
Fucking Catalina wine.
It's the fucking Catalina wine mixer.
It's the fucking Catalina wine mixer.
What's going on, fam? Welcome to the show. Hit the like button and share the stream. We are live on all the platforms known to man, except Facebook. Fuck yourself, Mark. Get the fuck out of here. All right, so maybe we'll never be streaming on Facebook ever again, but we are everywhere else, so make sure you are following on the Daily Swole channel on YouTube. Best place to catch the live stream, and of course, subscribe, leave us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, anywhere you bang your ear holes. Welcome. Come one, come all, and if it's your first live stream, make sure you drop some cherries in the comments down below if Pop and the fam are popping that shit. Let's get right into today's episode. It is Saturday, October the double dose, and it's time for you to go to the fucking gym. If you haven't, let's get into today's episode. Let's bust this nut wide open. Here we go, bitches. Let's go. Put some respect on it. What'd you smash today, fam? Drop in the comments down below. Fam, it's the dick draft today. Respect. Cheers, Leo, you raging alcoholic. Let's fucking go. Hashtag double D. It's the dick draft. Beaches. It's the fucking dick draft. That was nice.
Emotional damage.
My God. Oh, that felt good. That felt really, really good. Hashtag dick draft for a chance to win today's Swole card. Oh my God, maybe we'll get some brave young men and women to serve today. Oh, look at the Tainty Man, Rufus. Aww. Rufus, Mr. Tainty Man. Oh, you're looking so snuggly. I might have to pause the show and go give him some snuggles. He looks so cute. You're such a good boy. You're such a good boy. He's an old man now. He's an old man. He's officially, actually a couple days ago, he's now 10 months. So he's getting there. He's getting there. He's a big old boy. He's filling out. All right, hit that like button, share the show, and of course, join the fam over at swolenormousx.com. Fam, we had an amazing overtime segment yesterday, so you can catch that now inside Swole TV. If you missed it, for members only. If you're not a member, you're missing out on a couple live streams every single week. Our Monday accountability meeting, our bi-weekly Swole Fam Roundtable. We had one this past Thursday. It was awesome. That's available in Swole TV too. And of course, our weekly overtime segment after the live stream on Fridays. So join the fam today, swolenormousx.com, get access to all those private live streams. And of course, because we've had like the Facebook and Instagram shutdowns this past Monday, we're still dealing with it, trying to get those pages and those accounts back up. But if things continue to crumble, right, if we keep on getting kicked off of platforms, I mean, the podcast will go private. I mean, this will be a private podcast, and it will be for members only. Like, we'll have the, if it has to be that way, we will do that as needed. But of course, as censorship increases, unfortunately, we'll continue to have more private streams. But another perk to join the fam is that you'll get your podcast. You will have access to all the live streams, no matter where they are. So if you don't see or hear the show, it's probably because it's a Monday or it's a round table and we're streaming privately. So in other words, another reason to join the fam over there at swolenormousx.com. Check out all our memberships. Now, let's get into today's tip. We got a great show. Let's fucking go. Babe, just an inch. It's cold outside. It's a beautiful day today. Just pure sun today. Pure sun. I cannot wait. And, but I want to see the fam making gains first. So the fam, are we making gains? I think we are. Brandon took a picture at the gym, chest, shoulders, and tries, and a little back done today. Let's fucking go. Nice, Brandon. Nice. Thanks for sharing those sick fucking gains. We got a post here from Clifton from our Swole Fam discussion boards on swolenormousx.com. I am Cliff. I am 40 years of age, and I'm starting to get a desire to, quote, turn back the clock a bit and get myself a little bit leaner. I figured joining the Swole Fam made sense, since community is key with any weight loss or health journey. Indeed it is. Indeed it is. Not only is community important, but having the tools that you need to crush your 7 pillars. So understand that you can turn back your biological clock, can turn back the chronological clock, but we can help you add years to your life. And of course, help you feel better, move better as you age, as we all are doing every single day. We keep getting older every single day. So every day and every opportunity that you don't invest in your health, you're just losing. You're losing. If you're not strength training, if you're not lifting, if you're not training every day, remember that might not mean heavy lifting every day, but any day you're not training, you're slipping down that rock face. You're losing out. Your body is not going to, if you don't use it, you lose it. And the discipline of training every day is essential because that slide is going to be, that incline, it's getting steeper and steeper every single day as you age. All right, John. We got a post here from John. And John says, I have to rage a bit this morning, fam. There's some issues to address. I am ready. I am fucking ready to rage.
I'd be the luckiest guy alive if that did it for me.
Now I'm fucking ready for this post. I was recently told I'm obsessed with my body. Let me guess, John, this person doesn't even fucking lift. It's always someone who's a fucking ass chode that never lifts, that doesn't work out, that's going to tell you that you're obsessed, that you're focusing too much on your body. Coming from the fat fuck at the office, right? Let's see. This was coming from, let me continue with the post. This was coming from a person earlier in life admitting how jealous they are of me being fit. So there you have it. You can stop this post right now. That person's just projecting their own self-hatred and laziness. The same person who hasn't worked a hard day in their entire life, someone who hasn't walked to the edge of their limits and looked over, someone who bitched, moaned, and complained about their lot in life with no sense of urgency to make changes, to do something, anything to earn a diverse perspective. I'm sure you all know someone like this during your fitness journey. They're called jabronis. Someone who just settles and coasts through life, always asking permission for shit, no commitment to anything. Someone fueled by fickle motivation as opposed to purpose. You know what you tell those people? You have 2 choices, get up or get the fuck out of my way. I added the swear. Beyond this group, I don't post much on Facebook because I can't provide my input on the latest video game, my favorite scene of She-Hulk, Rings of Power, House of Dragons, or whatever the fuck else is streamy/trendy right now. Too busy? I have serious work to do. Preach. Everyone's always asking me, I'm right there with you, John. I'm right there with you. Everyone's always asking me like, oh, what do you think of this creator? What do you think of these? I have no fucking idea. Most of the time in the comments on TikTok or anywhere, I'm like, I have no idea who that is. Or I'm aware of that person's name, but I've never watched a single video or a single piece of content. Or nowhere near enough content to form an opinion, at least. I don't sit around watching stuff on Netflix. I haven't seen House of the Dragon. I'm not going to watch it. I don't understand prequels. I don't understand why people give a shit about prequels when you know the fucking ending blows. It doesn't make any sense. If the ending was awesome of Game of Thrones, if they actually did it properly, if it didn't suck a huge fucking dick, then maybe the prequel, oh, that's cool. I don't want to hear that. I don't care about the prequel. I don't care. Oh, this is what happened before. It doesn't matter. I know what happens. It doesn't fucking matter. Doesn't fucking matter. Anyway, yeah, I'm not going to watch any woke shit. And the Rings of Power scenes in the previews I saw, it looked so bad. It just looks so bad. It's just a bastardization of one of the greatest trilogies ever made. So it is what it is, but I'm right there with you, John. I couldn't give less of a shit. Instead of sitting around watching other people do things, why don't you get off your ass, go to the fucking gym and invest in yourself and create something for yourself? So well said. I hear you. It's a good rant. If you have any experience with someone in your life and you want to rage or rant on them, drop in the comments down below. We had Fef yesterday, but you all know, fam. It's Fef every day here. We got one from our Discord. McQueen, what's up, everybody? Name's Chank, or is it Chance without an E? Chank, Kansas. All right. Former college athlete and former military, ready to go to the fucking gym and help everyone else grow. That's what I'm talking about. Thank you for your service. Welcome to the fam. And we got one here from Toby from our Swole Fam discussion boards. What's up, Swole Fam? My name is Toby Steele. I'm 20 years old, 6 feet, 145 pounds. I joined the Swole Fam because I was tired of not getting any results in the gym. I've been trying to gain weight and get bigger since I was 16 in high school. I was a wrestler and I have gotten 0 results since then. I've been 145 pounds for 4 years now. That I work construction. I want to get my strength and my build up to better suit my job. I discovered the Daily Swole podcast a few days ago and decided enough was enough. I'm very excited to start this journey with y'all and can't wait to share my results. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'll tell you what, fundamentally, you're probably not eating as well as you should be. You're definitely not eating enough food. That's for sure. If you're not gaining weight, you're not eating enough food. You're young. You need to eat more food. You think you're eating a lot, you're not. And it's important to eat the right quality food. It's going to be work. You're going to feel full and you're still going to be forcing food, but we can definitely help you do that. Welcome to the fam, Toby. Welcome. Got a bunch of new peeps to the fam, and shout out to anyone else that is new to the fam. And remember, join. And when you join, make sure that you submit your welcome post, right? Your intro post. So anytime someone joins, I'm always saying, hey, make sure you log into your account and, introduce yourself in those groups. It's very important because not only do we get to know you better, but when you verbalize it, right? When you put out there, when you start saying, hey, here's my name, here's my background, here's what I'm trying to accomplish, it reinforces a little bit for you. So a lot of times you might not have people in your circle. So you're joining the Swole fam because you want the community, you want the tools, and you want to join the greatest fam in the realm. Obviously, we know that. But when you write your intro post, you're also reinforcing to yourself. You're kind of verbalizing it and putting it out there. Okay, what do I want to accomplish? What am I doing here? And it reinforces a little bit and kind of lights a fire under your ass. You're holding yourself accountable with that intro post. Like, hey, I'm here to build some muscle, build some mass, change my life. You're putting that out there. So we see it. We read on the show. Now you fucking have to do it. Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. Biceps and gorillas. All right. All right, let's move right into some knowledge cock. Let's take some questions. Remember, you can go and submit a question, askpapasolio.com. You could drop in the hashtag below in the live chat, Ask Papa Swolio. Let's take a first call from Jay. Jay Black, you're on the line. You're on the Sleazecast.
Hey, Papa Swolio. My name is Jay, or Jay Black. I've been watching your content for a little while now, and I was just wondering, I'm trying to build muscle and lose fat. And obviously, you're supposed to keep lifting the same weights and do cardio, but I'm never too sure when to do cardio. I'm doing a PPL split, and I usually take my day off on Sunday. And I was thinking if I should do cardio on Sunday, my day off, or I just don't know where to add cardio in, really.
Cool.
Thanks,
question.
Papa Swolio.
There you go. All right. Thanks for the question. Appreciate it, Jay. Glad that you're taking care of yourself, going to the fucking gym, looking to make some gains. Stop worrying about building muscle, cutting fat. Stop worrying about the cardio. Like if you want to do a little bit at the end of your workouts, it's not going to make or break your results. It's going to come down from your weight training, your consistency, your sleep, and your nutrition. You want to focus on building muscle. All right. That's the part where you're messing up. Like, hey, I want to build muscle and lose fat. Everyone wants to lose fat. You're building more lean mass. You're cutting down inflammatory foods. You're getting quality sleep. You're eating enough protein. You're not excessively over consuming your calories. You'll build muscle and you'll metabolize more fat. You have to put your body in a healthy position to do so. Don't worry so much about the cardio. You can add that like a spice if you want to do a little bit, but don't overdo it. There's no need to stress about the cardio. If you feel like doing it on a Sunday, I would recommend taking no days off. Use active recovery. Go for a walk. Do things like that. You don't need to be on the elliptical for an hour or any of that bullshit. That's really mostly people that are crushing that. They're building muscle, getting really lean. They're on like a caloric deficit. They're cutting carbs. They're taking anabolic steroids, and that gives them the ability to crush cardio, trying to drain every last bit of like subcutaneous water and body fat so they can look better on stage or something like that. So what you're trying to do is build more lean mass. When you build more lean mass, you'll raise your resting metabolic rate. It'll be more effective, and your body will be more efficient at metabolizing fat at rest. And everyone's going to have that sweet spot of what body fat percentage is best for them, where they can still maintain strength and energy levels. Because if you're doing it naturally and you're cutting down a lot of body fat, you'll get to the point where you'll feel flat, you'll feel drained. It's not really healthy to be exceptionally low in body fat. So everyone stores body fat differently in different places and different areas of their body. So people will have that distributed differently. There's nothing wrong with cardiovascular activity, but I would recommend steel club, kettlebell, sandbag, mace, doing sled work, things like that, maybe hill sprints, things that are, higher intensity, more functional rather than just like mindless cardio. You could do some jump rope and stuff like that as a warm up or as a cool down or, for active recovery and stuff like that. There's nothing wrong with it if you really enjoy it. But remember, the foundations should be your strength training, should be your mobility, should be all 7 pillars, and your nutrition. So if you want to build muscle and you want to metabolize more fat, make sure you call back in and let us know what you're eating, because I think you're going to find, and your sleep habits and things like that, you're going to find a lot more benefit from focusing on that rather than stressing the cardio. It's your concerns really. Just do a little bit if you want. If you're having trouble putting on size, for example, if you're having trouble putting on muscle, or you need to focus more on calorie surplus and getting insufficient protein, that should be your main focus should be building muscle. Because if you're trying to lose fat, a lot of people are trying to cut and there's nothing to cut to. Pack on that muscle. Okay. Good question. Again, you can drop in the comments below, #AskPapaSwolio. I don't know if there's a troll question or not. Tyler, what are your thoughts on using a shake weight? I think it's nonsense and retarded to use one. It absolutely is
Everybody
nonsense.
knows you never go full retard.
And it is retarded. So there's your answer. There's your question. Shake weights are a fucking joke. It's like a gag gift. Let's see. Let's take a question from Instagram. We haven't in a while because we get a lot of live calls. Arth Mister, whatever. On Instagram, how do I increase my core strength? Lots of different things. Overhead exercises, free weight exercises, kettlebell, mace, steel club are great. You can do, of course, abdominal focused exercises, but core is really anything that you're using your whole body for, or doing overhead. You're stressing your skeletal system. So your core is everything from your pelvis to your cervical spine. It's not just your abs. So you can do planks, you could do yoga, you can do all sorts of ring work. There's a lot of things that will work your core. Most people are saying, I want to increase core strength. What they want to do is see abs, so they don't even really know what they're talking about. Anytime someone asks for core strength, do you really need core strength? Like, how much strength do you need in your core? I'm not saying it's bad to have core strength, but what do people really mean? I want to increase my core strength. They're usually thinking, I want to have abs, I want to look lean. So, that's what you want. That's going to come down to lifting heavy fucking weights, eating properly. And yeah, you can do core work. You're getting that in a lot of different exercises. Most people don't know what the core is, and they're not saying what they actually want. This is an Instagram question, so I'm just supposing, but it's really... Lakshiakanwal, whatever, 30. What do you think of people using some drugs for more gains? I think a lot of people are looking for shortcuts, and they're sacrificing their long-term health for short-term results. And they're cutting corners, and they're putting their body in a position to depend on some of these exogenous substances and damaging their endocrine system for short-term results, cutting corners, not really creating proper habits. And unfortunately, a lot of them will pay for it in the long term, especially people that are on TRT and kids that are stopping their natural test production in their late teens or early 20s. They're fucking themselves up for life. So you got to be careful doing that too early. I don't think there's anything wrong with TRT or HRT, which is replacement therapy. It's not, hey, let me take extra and get on Olympia stage. This is replacing up to like your upper limit, what's natural in terms of production. That's good for longevity. It's good for, feeling energized and having energy and maintaining muscle and testosterone, long term. But we've talked about this before. I'm almost in my 40s, so I'll probably be looking into that in the next 5 years or so. But I think a lot of people want to cut corners. I also think it's their choice. There's a huge thing. Really, what people get pissed off about when you have like the natty or not thing, it really doesn't matter. If someone wants to take that kind of stuff, then take that kind of stuff. But many people that take that stuff, they lie. They lie because it's illegal. in some cases. They lie because they want to seem, it's looked at in the fitness industry as cheating, which in some cases it is, but it's really only cheating if you're telling people or lying to people like Mike O'Hearn or any of these other people that are obviously juicing out of their fucking minds, growth hormone, people that are obviously saucing up that pretend like they're not. It's like, oh, well, it's hard work. I lift all the time. Like, oh, fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. Fuck. You don't look like that all the time. You don't look that muscular and that shredded naturally. You just don't when you're in like your 50s and shit. You just don't. So anyway, there's a lot of people out there that will take stuff and then essentially convince themselves that that they are natural when they're taking SARMs or taking, whatever else, growth hormone, and they lie to themselves enough to the point where they'll just say publicly like, hey, I'm natural. And then you're misleading people. You're misleading people that want to make changes and they're like, oh, I can get that naturally just by eating duck eggs or eating beef liver or something. It's not magic. It's real healthy food, but the human body doesn't look like that unless you're taking exogenous substances. Yeah, and The Rock, I mean, anyone that thinks that The Rock is natural, you're living under a rock. You're a moron. You're either 10 years old or you're an idiot if you think The Rock is fucking natural. Have you seen him earlier in his career? He's getting more muscular and more shredded. He had like a lot of baby fat. And guess what happens when you take anabolics, right? You build muscle, you'll metabolize more fat. It aids in fat metabolism and protein synthesis. It's ridiculous. The Rock is obviously saucing out of his fucking mind, and fine. He's getting paid millions of dollars and he has to be on, he has lots of money and fine. He's older, so he can maintain his health. That's fine. But he's saucing out of his fucking mind. He's taking lots of anabolics. Okay. He's also getting, he has millions of dollars riding on his physique and all that. Anyone that thinks The Rock is natural is an idiot. People also want to believe this kind of stuff. They want to believe it's possible. Like, oh my God, we have such an amazing human being. People always want to idolize someone. Like, oh my God, but everyone else is taking stuff and like, but he is muscular and shredded. He has everything. It's just him because he's The Rock. He made that name up. His name isn't really The Rock. It's Dwayne. Dwayne's taking anabolic steroids and growth hormone and probably other stuff too. Dwayne is a movie star and it was a professional wrestler. Dwayne's career depends on him being big and muscular. I also don't care what Dwayne does. It's Dwayne's life. Dwayne can do what he wants. Tyler, Papa Swole, do you think gluten-free products helps with the reduction in inflammation? I think actually in most cases, gluten-free products increase inflammation because a lot of gluten-free products have a lot of other garbage. They advertise gluten-free because it's marketing. There are plenty of foods that are gluten-free, like eating a goddamn steak or eating some fruit. That's all gluten-free. But you don't see like on apples, gluten-free. It doesn't have gluten. So they'll sell you some fucking bread that's gluten-free bread. It's because people are addicted to the sugar spike and the dopamine and, the garbage nature of these fucking grains and seeds. So they say gluten-free and then people are like, oh, it doesn't have gluten. I can eat it. And you're still causing inflammation. You're just, you're getting your glyphosate, you're getting your atrazine, you're getting your endocrine disruption and your sugar spike but you don't have gluten. So, okay. Let's take another question. This one's from Jimmy. Jibby, you on the line? Jimmy. Hey, yo, Jimmy.
Hi, Papa Swole, big fan. My question is, when is the ideal time to eat when you're going to the gym? Is it before? Is it after? An hour before? 45 minutes after? There's a lot of different opinions on this online, and I just wanted to get your 10 cents on the idea. Big fan of your content, and I hope to see more.
Well, I appreciate it. I'll do even better than that. I'll give you a couple dollars in Bitcoin instead of 10 cents. I would recommend, and that's non-inflatable currency, decentralized. So there you go. Permissionless, trustless, much better than your fucking 10-cent bullshit. All right, so here we go. It doesn't matter. And I'm going to say it doesn't matter for a couple of reasons. The reason why you see a lot of different opinions online is because different things work for different people. Some people like to work out first thing in the morning without eating. If I wake up and let's say I was training at like 5 a.m., I'm going to wake up and go to the fucking gym. I'm not going to sit there and eat a meal and feel full and sluggish. Some people might want to wake up and have a banana. It really is up to you. Because the worst thing that can happen is you're in the middle of a workout and you're like, oh my God, I feel sick, or I don't feel good unless, if you're like, I don't feel good unless I eat something first, then eat something first. So what to eat an hour before, it doesn't matter. What I would say is if you're having more of a heavy meal and you like that, depending on what time of day you work out, like lately, like today, what I've been doing is I've been shifting my eating because I like eating earlier in the day. I also don't like eating early in the day, so I'm forcing myself to eat earlier in the day. And I'm doing that by not eating at night. And I sleep better when I don't eat at night. I feel better, of course, when I sauna. I mean, I love not eating, a few to several hours before bed. So it's really, quote, intermittent fasting or a time restricted eating window, but I'm shifting that earlier. So I just didn't eat late and then I'm more hungry earlier in the day. And if you start eating earlier in the day and not later, you're going to be hungry earlier in the day. And for me, a lot of times I'll wake up and I'm not super hungry, but then I start eating a little bit. And then my body's like, oh my God, I'm ravenous. And I fucking eat. But I feel better eating earlier in the day. So I'll do a cold plunge. Maybe I'll do some mobility in the morning. A lot of times I'll do the cold plunge, let the dogs out. I'll make coffee, kind of get the show ready, whatever. And then I'll do the show and then I'll lift. After the show, I'll lift at like 11 o'clock. Sometimes I do mobility first. I do like lifting first and prioritizing, but I like getting the show done early. I like getting the show accomplished. And if I start training and, doing that at like 8 or 9 or, whatever. And I like training I like it when it's light out because I like to train outside and go outside and do stuff. So, I personally like to eat because if I don't, I'm going to want to grab like some dried mangoes. I'm going to like to eat more honey. I'll tend to fill it up with like other nonsense more than like my standard dense foods. So I like to eat earlier in the day. And you have to figure out what works best for you. Some people will swear by it. Some people will say, I have to work on an empty stomach. So it really comes down to what you're eating. If you're eating a really heavy, dense meal, you're going to want to leave more time. You're not going to want to eat like steak and potatoes and then go to the gym 20 minutes later. So you might need to leave like an hour or two before training. So it depends. But I used to lift at like 4:30, 5 o'clock. I would wake up, have my coffee or whatever, and then I'd go to the gym, have like my electrolytes, some salt and stuff like that, and I would go train. And I wouldn't eat and I would crush when I got back home. So if I'm training like midday or something like that, I'll eat earlier. I'll have something earlier. I would generally prefer that. So it really depends on when you're eating the rest of the day. But the reason why you see varying opinions is because everyone's different. So you have to figure out and navigate. And this is where like the science, quote unquote, a lot of what fitness is. Yeah, there are a lot of things that you can learn from other people. You can learn from me. You can learn from the Swole fam. You can learn from the show. That would be like, oh, that's a great idea. Let me try that. But it's more like an N=1. In other words, you are your own experiment. So what works best for you? If you feel best when you're doing it empty stomach first thing, and I say, no, it's better. If you look at these studies, or you watch some of these fucking videos on YouTube where people are breaking down the studies and, oh, this study says that. Fuck your goddamn studies. Fuck your goddamn studies with people that probably don't even lift in a lab, with these like all these controlled variables. Life isn't a controlled variable. There's a lot of chaos and everyone's different. It's like, what helps you train like a fucking savage? What helps you train like a beast? Okay. If you swear by train, I say everything, you have to eat first because of protein synthesis. It's going to activate enzyme, blah, blah, blah. And then you do it and you feel like shit and you have crappy workouts. Does it really fucking matter? No. So do what makes you feel optimal. But guess what you're going to have to do? You're going to have to test it and try it. And this might change over time. And you might find when I train, like, oh, I have to train later today. You're going to find out when I train later in the day, I want to eat a bigger meal in the afternoon because then otherwise I feel flat and I'll crash or whatever. You might feel when I train first thing in the morning, I like to only have a banana. I tried on an empty stomach. It doesn't really catch for me. So you're going to have to figure out what works best for you. And that's a good thing. That gives you freedom, but you do have to test. You do have to test and try. Remember, fam, hashtag Dick Draft for a chance to win today's Swole card. From Ahmed Lame. Ahmed Lame. This is a lame question. How many push-up can you do? Plenty. Enough. I don't even know what this means. How many push-ups can I do? Yes, I can do push-ups. How many? I don't. I also see these challenges right online. I see everyone's doing challenges now. I fucking hate challenges. Let's do 100 push-ups a day. I saw that. I saw something like that on TikTok. Is there an easier challenge than 100 push-ups a fucking day? It's the easiest challenge, like, imaginable. It's just not. It's not a challenge, man. Let's go. Let's fucking go. All right. Phone call. Let's take one from Juan Pablo. You're on the Daily Sleaze.
Yo, Papa Solio, what's up? My name's Juan Pablo. I'm 15. I'm from Puerto Rico, and I've been into fitness for a couple of years now, and I just wanted to know what your advice would be for a 16-year-old. Love your content. Love how much you put into your videos and how creative you are with them, and for inspiring me and many others. So yeah, just want to know what's your tip for a 16-year-old trying to go further into fitness.
All right, good question. I appreciate the shout out from Puerto Rico. Fantastic. We did this the other day. I mean, advice, one, think long term. If you think long term and you think about how you want to be when you're older, it might seem a little bit abstract because you're so young and you don't have that much experience in life, just being on Earth, period. Like your memories are kind of kicking in at like 4 or 5. So you're really not even a fully developed person yet. So always be learning. Make sure you're testing things on yourself. Don't look for shortcuts. Think long term and how you want to be long term and what you want to be like when you're 40 or 50, and do what that person would do. Like emulate people that you want to be like. I mean, you can have, the great thing about the internet is that you can have mentors, even though you might not know them in person. You can emulate the mindset and understand that the mindset's the most important thing. There are no shortcuts. Make sure that you are focusing on your nutrition. Start doing yoga and mobility now. Okay, we talked about this the other day. It's not as fancy. It's not like, oh, I want to, pack on a lot of muscle. You want to be healthy. The healthier you are, the more mobile you are, the more you'll mitigate your risk of injury. And that means you'll have less time off from training and you'll be able to make more continual progress. And a lot of people are going to be sitting around just lifting heavy, getting hurt and tweak and rotator cuffs and knee and back. You start practicing yoga and mobility now. It's going to save you. It's going to save you a lot of setbacks during your life. And if you do get injured, it'll aid in recovery. You'll recover faster. Nutrition is very important. Start focusing on food quality. Check out the elimination diet. Start learning about what foods cause inflammation and start heading those things off now, because the beautiful thing about being 15, 16 is that you don't have the decades of compounded destruction that a lot of people are trying to unravel and unwind when they're 40, 50, 60. So these are some of the things that I wish I knew when I was your age. So welcome to making some sick fucking gains, and a round of applause for youngins. I love it. I love it. Shit, I wish I had access to the Daily Swole. I wish I had the Daily Swole. I wish I had my content when I was 15 or 16. I had to go on like Internet 1.0 and hack through like Alta Vista to try to, I was asking Jeeves about making sick fucking gains. That goddamn skinny butler never lifted a goddamn day in his life. Where's he going to point me? How's he going to help? I don't know, sir. I don't have any search results. That was back when, when I was your age, search results actually returned like, when I was your age, you would search for something and you'd have like 56 results. Now it's like you have 1.2 billion pages to go through and no one goes past page 2 because it's just ridiculous. That was back when you actually got like, we found 4 results for you. I was in chat rooms trying to figure out how to make gains, and people and these old men were like, age, sex, location, ASL. That's a nice little man pussy you got there. Send me a glute spread and I'll tell you how to eat some more protein. I'm just kidding. Not the chat rooms I was in, but I hear stories. All right. Let's see. Dusty, let's take one more call. We'll get in some balls deep shit. Dusty, you're on the line.
Hey, Papa Swole, what's going
What's up?
on?
What's up, Ish?
You're talking a lot about endocrine disruptors, and I'm just wondering what books you know about that really get off into endocrine disruptors.
Good call, Dusty. Check out a great book. It's called Estrogeneration, like estrogen and generation. Estrogeneration. I forget the name of the author, but it's in Papa Swolio's book club. For the Swole fam, for our Amazon store, you can access it through the homepage. When you log in, you see the Papa Swolio's book club. But check that out. I think that might actually, if you go Papa Swolio's book club, I think it does show up on Google search too, just because it's an Amazon link. So if you type in Papa Swolio's bookshelf or book club, I think it might pop up. So Estrogeneration is a great book about estrogen disruptors. There's another one. I forgot. Fuck. I have it. I forget what it's called. Anthony G.J. That's a great book. Okay. Yeah, Anthony G.J. Stephanie. Yeah. Okay. So Estrogeneration, great book. Let's do one more. We got one more call, so let me do one more. This one's from Macy. Macyge?
I think it's a very common question right now, but why your account has been banned?
I appreciate the call. I appreciate you knowing or noticing that it's been banned. So if you didn't know, the Swolenormous Instagram page, my Swolenormous, my ads account, my Swolenormous Facebook page, and my personal Facebook page have been taken down. So I'm in the process of recovering it or resecuring it legally. So we have hired professionals to to figure out, what the process is to getting it back. So we've already reached out to Meta to restore the account. So it was nothing to do with guidelines violation. So nothing along those lines. So hopefully it should be, I'm optimistic that it'll come back. So most notably the Swolenormous Instagram page was removed, but you can still follow at Real Papa Swolio. So just stick around, and hopefully in the very near future, you'll start seeing the Swolenormous page posting again. So hopefully we can get that back and going. Time to go balls deep. Thanks for the question. Thank you.
Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. That's deep.
All right. Hashtag Dick Draft for a chance to win today's Swole card. And let's get a little tainty man. Just a little bit. Oh, tainty man. Hello, Mr. Tainty man. Oh, tainty boy. The tainty man. I'm yelling in his face. He does not even move. Oh, Tantimian, Mr. Tainty boy. He's right there. I'm like, oh, Tainty man. Nothing. Dog's ears are amazing because he'll be completely lights out. I'll be yelling in his face. And then when I'm done with the show, I'll like click the camera off and he's up like, on his paw. Like he'll hear that click and he knows the podcast is over. And then right now I'm like, oh, Tanty boy. Yoo-hoo. Oh, Tanty man. If I showed you the picture of the church right now, she's curled up sleeping. So they're just so used to me yelling. They just tune it out. It's so funny. I'll yell. There's zero fucks. Okay, so let's get into some. Oh, that was all right. Okay.
I gave it a 10.
Ooh,
10.
spicy.
A fucking 10.
Dodson, we've got Dodson here.
Oh, God, that was nice. That was nice. Nice. All right, let's see here. So we have this. Now, I don't know if this is a try. So I've heard some videos. All right, let's watch this again. We did this the other day, but I've heard on some platforms and some posts that this is kind of like a troll, that this trans person's kind of trolling. I mean, obviously it's for attention and it's obviously not possible and it's a joke. But check this out. This is the silly trans mother bullshit video.
Now I know I can find love. I know I can still be a performer. I know that I can have a family. I want to be a mom one day. And I absolutely can. And that's why the narrative still has a long way to go, because when I was grieving Boy Dylan, I didn't know those things were even accessible to me.
I was grieving. All right. So this, I think Ulta got like massive pushback. If you want to ruin your company, because guess who goes to Ulta more than trans people? Women. Guess who gets marginalized when you're putting fucking mentally challenged people? You are marginalizing women. So by boxing women out, you're losing customers. You know how many women? Mama Swole was talking about this. A lot of our friends are like, fuck Ulta. Never going back there. So I know a lot of people stopped wearing, like she used to go, Mama Swole, she used to like Fabletics, or was it Fabletics? And they started promoting like fat, body positive, or like Lizzo or whatever the hell it was, stopped buying their clothes. So like anyone, like any of these companies that are promoting this body positive, this fat positive bullshit, you're losing customers. Like they're bleeding out in the back end, guaranteed. Guaranteed they're bleeding out. They're trying to virtue signal just for ally points, you know, and like public shielding, but they're bleeding out customers. Okay. So that was obviously nonsensical, but the reason why that was extra laughable, it's because I thought I heard somewhere that this is kind of like not a troll, but like so this absolute joke of an administration, Biden welcomes trans TikToker to Oval Office after that's not a she, that's a man, fact, sparked controversy for saying he will be a mom someday. Look, this is someone who wants to pretend to be a woman. And you know what? As much as you think that, I don't hate trans people. I don't hate people that have gender dysphoria. I don't hate people that want to. It's Halloween season. People are going to wear costumes. You want to dress like a woman. You want to Buffalo Bill it. Like, go for it. I mean, you can wear what you want. You can say what you want. You just can't get other people to say it. So when you're trying to tell me to call a trans person, like, come on, man. Come on. I will call you a woman if you look like a woman. If you come off as an actual woman, if you look like a dude that's wearing makeup and a dress, I'm sorry, fam. Sorry. Like, if you really pull it off, if you really look like a woman, then I'll just refer to you as a woman because I'll think you're a woman. Yeah, getting off on dressing like this. I mean, people have their kinks. All right, fine. Again, read the book Estrogeneration, right? It's about what you're eating when your child's in the womb, what you're feeding your kids. Yet you're pumping your kids full of, like, you know, these mothers are feeding their kids vegan shit, atrazine and glyphosate, and they're raising them eating like pro-estrogenic foods. Yeah, and they're growing up on TikTok and they're being brainwashed in school. Of course, boys think they're girls. They don't know the difference. That's why parenting is supposed to teach them, like, oh, this is what a man is. This is what a woman is. It's okay for you to be sexually attracted to the same. It is what it is. That's fine. All right, that's fine. If you're a woman, you want to be with a woman, then be with a woman, but you're still a woman. You're a man, you want to be with another man? Okay, but you're a man. And if you notice, you see a lot of these things on TikTok. You see a lot of like actual gay men being like, I see a lot of videos where gay men are like, I am not associated with these fucking lunatics. They're like, they're like, these people, and they've said this in these videos. They're like, these people are making me straight. This is so fucked up. They're literally coming out like crazy, making videos, trying to separate, because it's not LGBTQAI+. Most people that are just gay, men and women, just gay men and women, they're like, I am not associated with these fucking lunatics. I'm not associated with this. I just want to live my life, but it's like there's a life raft. Okay? It's like the Titanic, right? It's a Titanic. There's only a limited number of like boats, and you have people that are trying to climb onto the boats. And it's like the A and the I and the Q and the XYZ. They're trying to climb. It's like, no, fuck off. This is my boat. This is the gay boat. Stop trying to hijack. All right. So a couple, like 2 weeks out from an election, Biden thinks that this is a good idea to win, I guess, trying to scrape together 50 votes. I suppose. Viral TikTok star and transgender activist visited President Joe Biden in the Oval Office to discuss her transition and transgender issues in the U.S. Lots of transgender issues. Lots of them. A huge part of the population thinks that they're the opposite. A huge part. Like a massive part of the population. Incorrect. It's called gender dysphoria. It's called brainwashing and grooming. This is a very, very, very small fraction of a percent of people. This is not an important demographic. Not that everyone doesn't have rights and X, Y, and Z. But this, you don't bend over backwards in terms of policy and attention. Like there's many more pressing issues, like becoming energy independent again. Thank you, Joe Biden, for destroying our energy independence. Thank you for destroying our country and our economy and being the worst president in fucking history. But this is important right now. This is important. Great. I'm not really want to read through this, but yeah, like this is important shit. Really important stuff. I'm going to be a mother someday. You're not going to be. You can't get pregnant. The president of the United States gave me a cookie. Oh, Jesus Christ. And there's that. Okay, we're done. We're done here. That was it. That was a golf clap.
Wait, your biggest stickers? Here's a this.
Okie dokie. Cerny, I wonder if Biden sniffed her. Do you think he sniffed her? Do you think he gave her a little sniffy sniff?
Come on, man. Look at her. She looks like she's 19 years old, sitting there with her, like a little lady with her legs crossed.
Do you think he gave her a little sniffy sniff? Come on. Do you think he gave her a sniffy sniff?
Einhorn is Finkel. Finkel is Einhorn.
Come on. Sniffy sniff? Sniffy sniff? Okay, we'll do this other one last. I actually got a message on Twitter. Someone was asking me. I've been using Twitter a little bit more lately because I feel like it's a way to yell at people. And because of my Instagram, the main account or the bigger account, I'm like, you know what? Let me start posting on Twitter some more. So you can follow me at Swolenormous over there on Twitter. I haven't been posting there for a while, but I'm starting to post there again. So it's a good way to connect. And someone asked me about the Taylor Swift fat phobic controversy. When is there not a controversy? So I don't know anything about it. I actually just saw the video here. It says Taylor Swift fat phobic. So we're going to cover it, but understand that there's always a controversy. Do you know why? The fat positive grifters, these people will always try to create a controversy. Everything's a controversy. Everything's racist. Everything's an alert. Everything's capitalist. Everything's patriarchy. Everything is DEFCON 1. Everything is a fucking emergency. And the reason is because that's how they get attention. That's it. Otherwise, no one's going to fucking talk to them. No one's going to pay attention. So everything's catastrophic. And if everything's catastrophic, then nothing is. So this is a controversy. That term controversy means nothing nowadays. You mean your feelings? Oh my God, your feelings. No one cares. Eat a fucking steak. Go to the fucking gym. Stop trying to make a mountain out of a molehill. You're creating your own problems and then complaining about, oh my God. It's like, all right, here you go. Here's another thing. You're jumping in the deep end and be like, oh my God, help me. Oh my God, I'm drowning. I jump in, I help you out. Oh man, thank you. Like, yeah, you're good. You're all right. You're all right, good. Oh, cool. And I walk 2 feet away. All right, take care of yourself. Don't go swimming. If you can't swim, okay, cool. All right. Now I start walking away. Oh, help me. They just jump right back in. It's like, what the fuck are you doing? I just pulled you out of the deep water. Why would you jump back in? That's all they're doing. It's not even the boy who cried wolf. It's just like, hey, you're voluntarily drowning. It's like, okay, have fun. Have fun with that. So let's do that one last. This one's called Flattering is Fat Phobic. And let me tell you, if you're doing a video and you're got the chunk going on, don't put your tits on the table. This looks like you have your tits resting on the table and I'm about to throw up my fucking mouth. This is called Flattering is Fat Phobic.
This is just a quick reminder, we don't use the language of flattering here. Calling someone's clothing flattering is very deeply seeped in fat phobia.
What happened to your queer party friends?
That doesn't make any sense. And your hair, what in the fuck is going on? Let me rewind this stupidity. Responding to a post. She's responding to a question on TikTok. It says, okay, but these are some of the most flattering clothes for ladies with a bit of belly that I've seen. I absolutely love the skirt and sweater dress. Okay, so in other words, if you compliment someone, no, you're fat phobic. Again, they're trying to be the victim. Their only way to get love and attention is by being the victim. So here's what happens. You become the victim online. You blame society, or you say like, oh, everything is fat phobic, and you get a couple people liking your videos or liking your posts. So shit. So guess what you do? You double down. You do it again and again. And then everything has to be an insult. You have to be the victim in every situation. It's everyone else's fault. Everyone else is mean to you. Everyone else is bullying. Everyone else is harassing, because that's the only way you know how to get love and attention. It's like a child. If a child's kicking and screaming and throwing a tantrum and you always feed into it, guess what the child's going to keep on doing? Kicking and screaming and throwing a tantrum. Right? If your dog has bad behavior and you reinforce it, guess what the dog is going to continue to do? Bad behavior if you reinforce bad behavior. You weren't trained properly. You weren't raised properly as an individual, as a human. You were brainwashed in school. Maybe your parents were neglectful. So this is how you're getting love and attention online.
This is just a quick reminder, we don't use the language of flattering here. Calling someone's clothing flattering is very deeply seeped in phobia and focuses in on the idea that we should be making choices to wear clothing that makes our bellies look smaller, hides them, or disguises our natural shape. Now, you as an individual, of course, are always welcome to want and desire to wear clothing that is flattering. But on my page, I challenge you to do the work of two things. One is to work on unlearning this desire for flattering clothing, and two...
Yeah, don't wear flattering clothing. Look like a fucking lazy fat gunch. Yeah, don't wear flattering clothing. This desire to look good. This is why we need the dick draft. You are going to say we don't need, avoid the desire to look good. Yeah, good luck getting fucked. You're doing this. I can't.
Is to think about how we can be more intentional, particular, and specific in the compliments that we give people.
Fuck you.
Do we love the color of a shirt because it lights up our face, or it draws attention to the color of your eyes? Is an outfit highlighting sharp angles that makes the look very visually interesting, or...
What the fuck are you talking about? I'm not even kidding. What the fuck are you talking about?
Contrasting patterns or colors in a really cool way? Let's reimagine compliments.
Let's reimagine compliments. I got one for you.
Go fuck yourself.
Jesus Christ.
Matt Damon.
Simberg. Okay, Papa, fuck this. Send me over there. I'm taking this one for the fam. Oh my goodness. And you say the Swole fam isn't the greatest fam in the world. After seeing that absolute train wreck, Simberg over here is volunteering for the dick draft. Let's get a round of let's do it again. Round of applause. My God, dude. Amazing. Amazing. You are so brave. So brave. Yes, queen. So brave. Brings tears to my eyes. Fucking respect. After seeing that, after looking evil in the face, volunteering for the dick draft. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I'm telling you, fam. I'm optimistic. I'm optimistic, you know? I mean, posts like that give me hope. It just gives me hope. I mean, the days are darkest before the dawn. God damn it. God damn it. I love this fucking Swole fam. We got this. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Damn. All right. So let's get into this Taylor Swift gunch. We got a trigger warning, which means there's no trigger warning.
Matt Damon.
Anytime you see TW, trigger warning. Oh, sensitive bitches shouldn't watch this video. Well, that's not me. It's not the Swole fam. TW, fat phobia. ED mentions no graphic behavioral descriptions. No graphic behavior. What does that mean? What is no graphic behavioral descriptions? What does that mean? Like intercourse? Like fucking? No graphic behavioral descriptions. Okay, fat phobia and ED mentions. Eating disorder mentions. Oh my God. So if I hear someone talk about an eating disorder, I'm just going to start eating chips compulsively right now. Oh my God, eating disorder. Oh, triggering. If you are triggered, here's how you do it. If you're triggered by videos, get off the internet. If you have any conditions that are triggered, it's like an alcoholic. Where should you not go? Fill in the blank. What's a location that you shouldn't be in if you're an alcoholic? I need to get like that soundboard. Dun, 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 boom, boom. Where should you not go if you're an alcoholic? Just a guess. Just name one location. What's the first thing that comes to your mind? What's one place that you shouldn't go if you're an alcoholic? A bar. Don't go to a place where you can acquire alcohol. A bar. A bar. A bar. Okay. A liquor store. Same thing. Same idea. Very good. Very good. Okay. So, where should you not go if you're triggered by watching videos on social media? Social media. You shouldn't be on TikTok. If there's any, you know what? Like another thing. Okay, TikTok. You're scrolling TikTok and I see some videos where it's like flash warning. If you have a risk of having fucking seizures, don't go on TikTok. It's not my responsibility to put a flash warning when I'm on a fucking app. If you have epilepsy or some kind of seizure, get the fuck off the internet. Get the fuck off the internet. Not to mention scrolling in different color changes. You're making it worse anyway. It's so stupid. It's so stupid. If you have problems, if you have like severe balance issues, like a genetic balance disorder, don't go mountain biking. I can't swim. All right, don't go in the ocean then. All right, here we go. This is called Taylor Swift Fat Phobic. I'm sure there's no fat phobia here, just fat people that want to project their self-hatred onto everyone else. Let's check it out.
I'm sick, but as usual, nonsense on this app has dragged me back.
Let me translate. I'm going to translate these videos. I'm sick. In other words, my immune system is compromised by my poor lifestyle habits. I'm sick as usual, but as usual, I'm sick, but as usual, nonsense on this app, aka social media, has dragged me back, aka I see an opportunity to get love and attention. So here I am posting a video. Okay, let's continue. Just translate, make sure everyone understands.
And we need to talk about this.
We don't.
So that is a screen grab from Taylor Swift's Anti-Hero music video.
One thing, if you take anything Taylor Swift says seriously, one, you probably have the same mental challenges that our commander-in-chief does.
Come on, man.
And it's a scale. It's a scale. Oh my God, a scale. A picture of a scale. Oh my God, I'm triggered. Oh my God, it's measuring gravitational pull. Pussy.
Where she gets on a scale and the scale just says fat.
Yeah. Yeah. Most people, it should say fat. It should be like, get off. Get off. Get off. By the way, yeah, her TikTok name is this person making the video, if you're just listening, is Classy Fatty Babe. Gross. So in other words, let me just clarify this. Anything in this video is complete dog shit. Fat is her identity. Classy Fatty Babe. In other words, I am never going to change on purpose because I'm building my identity around being fat. I'm getting my love and attention and all my value and my social feedback by being fat. It's like having like vegan athlete. Well, now you can't take care of your health actually because you have vegan in the title. Then you're going to lose all your followers because you're betraying them. You're creating your identity around being unhealthy and being fat. So now you're boxed in. So you're tripling, quadrupling down on being a victim. And it's fucking pathetic. Here we go.
Literally, the last video I made was about how thin people's self-applied fat phobia is still problematic, and this is why.
This is what happens when you breathe out of in your mouth. Like, you breathe through your nose, but you're sick. Oh. The earth is fat phobic, isn't it? Goddamn oxygen molecule. Why do they have to be so big?
So clearly, Taylor is talking about insecurities that she has had around her weight.
Okay.
And I do know that she's an eating disorder survivor.
Most people have eating disorders. If you eat at Taco Bell, you have an eating disorder. Unpopular but factual opinion. If you're eating this garbage fucking food, it doesn't matter if you're in the matrix or not. Like, if you're not unaware, you're still eating literal, just marketed industrial waste. So we have different opinions on what an eating disorder is. She's an eating disorder survivor. She survived. Okay. Yeah, it's serious. You're trashing your health to an extreme degree. You know, there's a lot of other... All right, let's just continue. I'm not making light of people's addictions and issues, but a lot of people that don't, like, most people have eating disorders. And the problem, diagnosing or getting diagnosed with an eating disorder, is that it also removes you kind of, in some ways, from responsibility. And you're living under the shield, and you're living under this, like, labeling of an eating disorder. So it takes a lot of your power away. And it doesn't mean that you don't have a severe issue or condition or problems to overcome. It just means, I mean, a lot of this labeling with, like, the sick care system, it's like a fucking heavy weight that's on your back. And then you kind of, like, always have an eating disorder. It's like you're always kind of, like, subjected. You're always powerless. It's a mind fuck.
Which is what a lot of thin people and some fat people are using to defend her. But it's so interesting to me how people only care about people with eating disorders when the person with the eating disorder is thin.
Okay. This is so fucking untrue. This is so fucking untrue. It's so untrue. When you're overeating, you need to eat less food. You're not in, like, a starvation mode. You're not as at risk for imminent death as you are when you are emaciated, completely lacking nutrients. Your organs are failing. Your endocrine system is completely fucked. It's much easier to survive longer when you have excessive caloric intake than it is when you are starving yourself. So it's much more imminent, the death and the destruction. You don't care about yourself. Please. Please. Take some responsibility for your fucking habits. These are habits. These are habits compounded with self-hatred, compounded with, you know, therapists making millions of fucking dollars off your therapy visits and perpetuating these fucking, the audacity to feed into this bullshit.
Because as a fat person with an eating disorder, this imagery is incredibly damaging.
Then don't look at it. Why are you looking at it? I have to keep on stopping it because the stupid needs to be broken up into pieces so I can chew it all. Try it sometime. It's incredibly damaging. Then stop looking at it. This imagery is incredibly damaging. Stop looking at it. Oh my God, I hate the way this looks. Don't look at it. You had to come online. You had to come back online and bitch about it. You had to get some views. Oh man, someone else posted something that offends me? Oh, yay. I can complain about this. Got to get those views, don't you, champ?
Anything that associates the word fat with something negative is very damaging.
It's not good to be fat. It's not healthy to be fat. It's not attractive to be fat, my opinion. The opinion of many people, most people. Not a good look. It's not healthy. It's not attractive. It's not functional. It's not necessary. But keep going there.
I went through treatment hearing things like, I feel fat. Always from thin people who will never understand what it's like to actually be treated as a fat person in this society.
How are you treating yourself? I'd love to have a breakdown of what you eat in a day. Why are you sick? I haven't been sick in like 5 fucking years. Why are you sick? What do you eat every day? I want to know your play-by-play for an entire week. I want to know exactly, without any lie, which will be impossible, but I want to know every last thing that you eat, every last thing that you do. I want to know how often you meditate, how often you practice yoga. I want to know what foods you eat. I want to know how much sleep you get. I want to know everything. I want to know your exercise routine. I want to know everything that you're doing. Can you imagine how much of a clusterfuck that would be? You don't treat yourself with respect. There's no fucking way. If you're coming on here to complain like this and you sound like that, you are not treating yourself with respect. So you're projecting your own frustration, your own disorders into this fucking social media landscape because, I don't know, some cultural icon took a picture of a scale that said fat. Okay. It's called her opinion, her art, if you want to call it art. It's her music video. Don't look at it. Don't like it. This is the problem with social media is that, you know, everyone has a fucking opinion and people's opinion that doesn't fucking matter. I'm not saying mine does more than you, but I have every right to voice my opinion about this bullshit. It's like it's like a human centipede of fucking bullshit opinions. Shut the fuck up. Shut up.
Now, I love Taylor Swift, so Swifties, please don't come for me.
Okay. My God. Swifties. Swifties. This is gonna make me. I might have some extra rope. I'm about to fucking stab myself in the dick. Fucking Swifties. Jesus Christ.
This is not meant to be a jab or a dig at her. This is meant to be an open dialogue about problematic fat-phobic behavior.
It's not a dig at her, but oh my God, my feelings.
This is also meant to be a discussion about how celebrities and people with larger platforms have a responsibility to utilize those platforms in a way that reduces harm in whatever way possible.
I disagree. Freedom of speech, First Amendment. You are free to be offended. You shouldn't be, but you have every right to be offended. She has every right to say whatever she wants. I don't care. She has a large platform. She can still say whatever the fuck she wants. She can still say whatever the fuck she wants. I don't buy that. With great power comes great. Oh, fuck off. She's earned the right to say whatever the fuck she wants. She's made it there. You just don't have to listen. You don't have to agree. That's totally fine. It's not her responsibility to protect your fucking feelings because apparently that's a lost cause. There's no way for you not to be offended. You be offended by anything. You're going to be offended by anything. If you're walking on one side, I know that might sound outlandish, her walking, but if you're walking on one side of the street and the wind is blowing harder on that side of the street that you're on than the other side, you're probably called a wind fat phobic. So even though it's called resistance, it's a lost cause trying to not offend you.
There are ways to talk about self-applied fat phobia and insecurities around body size without being openly traumatizing to fat people.
Again, if we're tiptoeing to try to not offend you, it's never going to happen. Okay? You're offended by everything. You wouldn't have to work so hard to get love and attention if you were enjoyable to be around.
But the imagery that Taylor used in her latest video is not one of them.
Your opinion.
Now, I've actually been really getting into Taylor Swift lately and like resonating with her music.
That's part of the problem. You're resonating with Taylor Swift's music. Alrighty then.
And it's really damaging for me to listen to her music and watch her videos knowing that one of her biggest fears is looking like me.
Sounds like a personal problem. Her fear is not looking like you. She'll never look like you. Ever. You know why? Because she's Taylor Swift. She's going to look like her. She probably could go for putting on some fucking muscle. See, and look how you're projecting. Look how you're projecting, right? And watch her videos and knowing that one of her biggest fears is looking like me. That's not what her biggest fear is at all. You're just pretending like it is. You're like, look at me, look at me, look, attention for me, not Taylor Swift. Look at me, but I'm fat, but I have this too. Your name is Classy Fatty Babe. You want to be fat. Your identity is around being fat. You get all your attention by being fat. That's how you promote yourself. So stop complaining about it. Change your fucking screen name. Stop complaining about like, oh my God, she said fat. You have fat in your fucking name. What an idiot. This is so stupid.
As a fat person, like our biggest fears around our bodies are being unalived from treatable and preventable.
Unalived? Yo. Holy shit. What?
Our biggest fears is looking like me. Now, as a fat person, like our biggest fears around our bodies are being unalived from treatable and preventable illnesses.
Dying from treatable and preventable illnesses. Exactly. Get healthier and you'll prevent your illnesses and disease.
Simply because doctors don't listen to us.
You don't listen to common sense. You don't take care of yourself. The doctor can't fix your lifestyle habits. That's your responsibility. Might be an unpopular opinion, doesn't make it less true. That's your responsibility. The doctor is there. Okay. Another example. That's like you getting into a car accident, totaling your fucking car, and then blaming it on the mechanic when the mechanic's like, I'm sorry, we can't fix this. You should drive better. Oh no. That doctor, he's drive phobic. He's car phobic. The body shop can't help you drive better. Okay? It's not the body shop's fault that you totaled your fucking car and they're like, it's not worth it for us to fix it. Understand? You fucked it up already. It's your fault for driving it poorly. It's your fault for never changing the fucking oil and the engine just fell through the goddamn floor. It's not their fault. It's not the mechanic's fault. It's not the body shop's fault for you driving like shit.
Or not being able to find jobs or well-paying jobs because of our body size.
You'll never be an NBA player. You might not be able to be a waiter or a waitress because you can't navigate between the tables without knocking everyone's head into their soups.
Not being able to find clothes to wear to the jobs that we are able to secure.
There's plenty of clothing
and the list
out there.
goes on and on and on. But thin people's biggest fear surrounding their body size is looking like us, not experiencing the things that we experience, but just looking like us.
How do you know? You're assuming what people are afraid of. Maybe they've been obese before and they know it feels like shit too. How about you invest in your own self-love and self-respect rather than projecting your own self-hatred onto someone else that you don't know? You don't know anything about Taylor Swift. No one does, except her. You don't know anything about her. You know that she made a music video. Oh, offended. Would you hurt my feelings?
And while I understand that these fears are valid and need to be spoken about, they need to be spoken about responsibly.
And whose opinion is going to tell us what's responsible? You? You? Oh, you're so kind and loving. Tell me what to think. Tell me what that means. Define that for me. Can you define responsibility for me? Can you tell me? Can you redefine these words for me? Because I want to be responsible. Can you tell me what to think? Can you tell me what to do to make sure that I abide by your rules and regulations? I don't want to tiptoe. I don't want to step on any eggshells here. Responsibly. What's your fucking opinion on that? Give me a break.
Because fat phobia is trauma.
Bullshit.
And we don't deserve to be re-traumatized because y'all can't find better words to talk about your feelings.
Stop traumatizing yourself. This is the narrative inside your own head. You're traumatizing yourself. You're creating this. You are literally subjecting yourself to this shit and online here crying about, I don't know, what someone else said online. For real.
So anyway, I need to emotionally cleanse from all this, so I'm going to go listen to some Lizzo. But anyway.
You can be fat and be healthy. I'm sorry, Lizzo, healthier than I will ever be.
So anyway, I need to like emotionally cleanse from all this, so I'm gonna go listen to some Lizzo. But anyway, remember to take your meds, drink some water, stay hydrated, get some rest. I'll see y'all in the next video.
You fucking people.
She's going to end all that. I'm going to go listen to some Lizzo. Yeah, I'm going to go listen to one of the most grotesque individuals on the planet. That's I can't even rant about that. That's just. So I did see, speaking of discussing grotesque, obese artists like Lizzo in particular. So I saw a video on TikTok, and, you know, people are in the pit of these concerts, or, you know, and they're always, whether it's Post Malone or something like that, or whoever the fuck it is, and they're recording something in the stand. So I saw this side angle of Lizzo from the pit or something like that. I forget if I saved the video because I was going to like download it and post it here. It was so disgusting. And I'm not saying she can't play the flute. Like, I don't care about her musical talent. You know, she could play a piano or a flute. I don't give a shit. I used to lay it down on the clarinet. All right. Fucking boss mode. Now, I don't care if you play an instrument. Being good at an instrument doesn't make you a better person. Like, that doesn't change my opinion on her. Like, I don't care if you could play an instrument. It doesn't fucking matter. All right. But it was nasty. Like, it was gross. She was just like, she could barely move. And she was like lumping around on the stage. It was just this weird. Like, how can people pay to watch that shit? It was unbelievable. It was so weird. Like, I don't know. It's like anything else in this world where people are just completely blind to what's right in front of them. Like, ew. It was gross. It was gross. I can't, there's no other way to explain it. It was grotesque. It was grotesque. Okay. Yeah, let's take a couple of comments. What do you guys think? This is just like that ending. I was already tearing this whole thing apart, the entire video, but the ending is just kind of like, you just roasted yourself. Like she's on like a Viking funeral and just like shot herself with a fiery arrow. She's like, I'll do it myself. Dan says, so she's upset with Taylor Swift for not wanting to be fat, but she admires Lizzo for being sloppy and twerking while playing a 200-year-old flute. Got it. Yeah. All right, let's give away today's Swole card. Hashtag Dick Draft. Falcon, take us away. By the way, tomorrow is Ask Papa Swolio Live, so go to askpapaswolio.com and submit your questions for tomorrow's live stream. Dick Draft, people. Who wants to take that one? Who wants to take that? Oof. That's a tough one. Who wants that one at the end? Scroll. We got one more. One more. Falcon, find me a winner. Missed it twice. It was a close one. Oh my goodness. We got a winner. Ana Luisa. Congratulations. We have a new general. Another general on the front lines. We need your help, Ana Luisa, to lead our brave young soldiers into the fray. Congratulations. You are going to be deployed. I don't know wherever that person was, but you're going there. Send us an email to support@swolenumbers.com. Swole card 2360, your mailing address, and the body of the email will send you the Swole card. Congratulations. Roos! A new general for the movement.
Another example of cake gender would be if someone feels like they have different layers or flavors to their particular gender.
All right, fam. Tomorrow's episode 2361 is Ask Papa Swole Live, the Sunday Funday Q&A-ness.
No medication except my fucking antidepressants.
Ever served in a forward area?
There's tiny tuck, typical tuck, total tuck, and the tyrannical tuck.
I'm totally comfortable in my body. I just don't want to be in pain.
Loud noises!
There are no more shenanigans, no more tomfoolery, no more ballyhoo.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
Oh. 60% of the time, it works every time.
That doesn't make sense.
You made me happy.
Boys have a penis, girls have a vagina.
Sam! 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 On me!
No hands. We got a little Pinkston Churchill over here, too. Right, baby girl? Oh, nailed it. Excelente. I see you in the back. Oh, we got the church. Ready? Church. 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 Oh, 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 oh. Church. Ha, ha, ha. Church. 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 Hey. I'll hold it right here. Hey. Ha, ha. Na, 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 na. Churchy. 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 You say hi? Want to say hi? Say hi to the fam. Can I get a kiss? Did I wake you up? Kiss. Will you give me a kiss? Give me a kiss. Give me a kiss. Thank you. Took a long enough. Took a long enough time. So cute. You see? There's a good girl. Ow, my elbow. Fuck. See what you did? See what you did with your cuteness? Oh, I hit my elbow. Oh man, everything was going so well. Fam, we'll see you tomorrow. Make sure you're subscribed for the Red, White, and Soul Sunday Funny Q&A. Great show today. I had a lot of fun. My ear holes are bleeding. My eye holes are roasted. We'll see you tomorrow, and go and join the fam today. SoulNormousX.com. Catch yesterday's overtime, Thursday's roundtable, and of course, Monday we have our accountability meeting. So we'll see you tomorrow for 2361. Go to AskPapaSwole.com. Submit your question. Leave us a 5-star review wherever you're banging ear holes. See you tomorrow. Peace, my gaze, deuce, my goose. Your boy Papa Swolio. Oh, 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 oh. Out.
crazy flow, need a straight jacket. Cash flow, I'm a bank addict. 6 subs, had the bass smacking. 808s, had the place clapping. 3 girls is enough for me, so I pull out like the stocks crashing. Like an IPO, trying to purchase me. This a private sector, so you can't have it. Faking all that boom bapping. Who you think you is, boy? 90s want they sound back, so I give rap all these fake rappers as I take matters in my own hands. I don't need rapping, I don't need Zans. I don't need help, I'm a grown man. Now they king left and they so mad, it's like
Good thing, yeah, I found that. Young king with my crown at. 10 racks in the fanny pack. Couple hundred in the Louis bag.
that's a bed that you made. That's a bed that you made. That's a bed that you laid. What kind of game is you playing? We go hard to paint you. What the fuck is you saying? I only go where they pay. What kind of game is you playing? Yeah, whoa, my shit is relevant. On topic, my melanin is popping. I'm taking skeletons on closets and making new deposits.